Hey folks, it's Lindsay Host with SPS back in the building at the Moneyball Pro-Am Day 7, live from SPS Row. One of the people who will make this live is my man TG, the host in the building. But if you really know, it's Terrence Grantham. And some of those names don't go good on the back of a jersey. What do you think?
I wish I could have put Grantham on the back of a jersey more often.
I think Grantham would work. Huddleston, I had to forget about it as much as I love it. I knew it wasn't going to work.
On the right for real?
Yeah. Maybe football, but basketball, you have to do the half moon.
And that's only if you got that kind of jersey style.
Yeah. It'll be tight. Brother, let me tell you something, man. It's been a pleasure working alongside of you, not only here at the Moneyball Pro-Am, but you do a magnificent job at Michigan State when you get the crowd going, and you also make it happen for the Motor City Cruise. But let me just give you your proper intro and say, TG, the host, what's up, man?
I can't complain, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I see you made the trip up with the ever-moving,
the elusive.
Very good word. That's a 50-cent word. Maul Smith, y'all made the trip up.
Maul Media, yeah.
Yeah. Then your son, what's your son's name?
Drew, my oldest son. Drew.
He's an impressive young man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and he's kind of always on the scene. But we can go on and on. But talk about, for those who may be tuning in for the first time and getting familiar with the first time, what is your role here? What's your connection to the Moneyball Pro-Am?
Formally the internet host, but kind of more informally, I'm just the announcer, man. I'm the energy, I'm the comedian. We do the giveaways, we do the contests, whatever needs to be said, announced, talked about, it's me.
Now that I think about it, I want to say that you are the soundtrack of the Moneyball Pro-Am.
You know the voice,
the
Morgan Freeman.
And you're not like who got the podcast Drink Champ. You're not like Nora. You don't talk over the folks too much. Do you put effort into that balance of making sure I'm talking enough but not talking too much?
Yes, and I think a part of it is being a fan of basketball, so sometimes I'm just watching the game too. And this is also, of the 3 teams or seasons or whatever that I do this for, this is the most casual for me.
Considering, you be scripted up.
Yeah, right? So I'm at the bread, I'm like, boom, boom, boom. So I can watch a little bit of the game, but a couple seconds into that timeout, I got to get to my spot, got my camera locked in, got my handler ready, make sure I got whatever props.
But you still do with ease for those of us who are watching it or maybe hearing it. But this gives you a little bit of chance to kind of relax.
I get to get loose, but then I also get to like tweak some things. I get to work on,
work on your craft,
my cadence, my rhythm, my physical placements, trying new things. So this gives me that.
And I love that you said that
to those settings.
So anybody sitting in the stands, I can do that. Like it ain't like that. Give me that mic. I can do that. Yeah.
For sure.
But no, man, this has been a great time. And to your point about being able to watch it, you see I've kind of changed my format to be forward-facing, to be able to take in a little bit more of the game, to be able to sit with someone and when the game is going on, see the oohs and ahs that seem to be kind of around one particular player. Cohen Carr, man. I mean, I'll let you talk about him.
I'm out of words. What I will say, that me and Maul talked about on the way up here.
I was just talking about that.
I'm excited to see his jump this season. Not that jump.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that jump, but I'm excited to see, where else he's put the work this offseason, man. You see him this summer shooting a lot of threes. The free throws are looking a lot more consistent. And Cohen is going to be a first and second option for us this season. So I'm really excited to see him play both ends of the floor as well.
I like what you said. Had some technical difficulty. I'll make sure I was straight. I like what you said about the jump, because I think many people may see, but man, he's been working on his game.
Absolutely. And even the little clips that, Michigan State basketball has been posting, there's not a lot of Cohen dunks. A lot of Cohen jump shots.
Right. But I found this out, man, when I went on the road for the Michigan game last season. I kept seeing this one brother, let's keep it real. The coach, you see people you want to connect. And I said, what's going on, man? I see you all the time. I saw him at mid. He said, I'm part of Cohen's team. I'm like, what do you mean? The Big Ten has a team of
that's
photographers that follow him.
Yeah.
Like he's a slot.
He's a superstar.
Right now. Within the Big Ten. But a superstar, and you see a line looking like, Focus Hope. But he stayed there for every autograph and do it. And I have to be culturally aware when I say Focus Hope, referring to the food pantry giveaway, as TG so said. Man, I almost forgot that we're doing an interview. This is like just you and I just talking.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
It's not always like that for people, though.
That's supposed to be, man.
So what does that mean when I'm going to put my sports psychology hat on for you being someone who is about performance, because you do perform? How is that when you can have some type of situation where it just flows compared to others where you got to kind of work, whether it's an interview you're giving or something like that? What's your take on that?
I love them both equally, because there's a lot of times where I surprise myself and say, that just came out that came out smooth, like a live action moment.
Uh-huh.
And I'm the younger of that era, but I'm from the era of and one mixtapes, right?
Oh,
yeah, that kind of stuff. And I'm playing on the video game NBA Street, and it's like, all right, how can I kind of start to get some of my own catchphrases, my own kind of moments, my own feels where every time something happens, TG is about to say that.
Yeah, because sometimes I have to be careful with certain things you watch so much, you end up adopting them, and you kind of lose your own voice in that.
But rest in peace to the late great Stuart Scott, right? Somebody like that. Just
Shout out to the bro. I know you represent yours too.
So it's just being those things. I think it helps me to have been also a student of basketball, knowing players, older players, play styles, coaches, just being able to watch the game and think about stuff and having a quick mind, right?
Sure.
When you're doing live action play-by-play, you gotta have a quick
can't get stuck.
mind. And you gotta know players' names, you gotta know where they're from, you gotta know their history.
That takes an investment.
So, when I'm not here on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm on their Instagram. Where you from? What high school did you go to? What college? How are you scoring? Where do you like to score? What do you do? Where did you eat yesterday?
I love that. I love that. Speaking of how we dive into the players, 95% of people sit right here are actual players, and one thing I pose on a regular basis: how would you describe your game to others? How would you describe your style to someone who hasn't experienced or had the TG the host experience?
This might sound cliche, but I got to go authentic. Even when I was doing my podcast years ago, is whatever I record is what the people gonna get. I'm not doing a whole lot of post cut. Man, yeah.
One take.
Most of it because I just didn't know how to do a lot of the posts.
Sure.
But it's like I did an episode where the whole camera fell down.
You kept going.
I left all the audio in there.
You left it in there?
Yeah,
I kept going.
One of my best episodes with CT. One of my best episodes.
But you know what? That speaks to your level of confidence.
Absolutely.
I had a situation where what happened with me was I was over at the Breslin, and I don't know if you probably saw this clip, and I was walking backwards, and I fell.
Yeah, let that fly.
Yeah. And people kept like a lot of my media
get hurt or nothing.
And that was my biggest concern. The older we get, dog, you
fall down.
No fall.
You get up.
No fall.
Let that fly, man.
So it was good with TG. We're gonna get ready to wrap up, man. You do an outstanding job. I appreciate our professional relationship and just the personal things. We were sitting one time and Grant Hill walked up, got to kick it with Grant Hill.
Shout out to you for that, man.
Yeah, no, that was it was a good look for him.
That. Like I could have easily just be like, yo, he does this. So now when I see Grant Hill on TV, that's my dog. Even though he don't remember who I am, he's like, that's my dog.
Grant was cool though, wasn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was good. Somebody once said you don't want to meet quote unquote celebrities because they can potentially let you down. Yeah, but Grant
want to meet your heroes.
Grant was cool all the way around. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
My wife. My kids,
man.
My family, my wife Lex. I ain't gonna say nothing else because she's gonna get mad.
Okay. I didn't mean to make it.
She's not an attention person. We are very much so.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
Yeah.
You gotta let him do that.
My wife, my kids, man. Because without them, I'm not doing all this.
Say the boys' name so they can feel good about it.
Drew, my daughter Corey, my baby boy Shane, man.
So I didn't mean to leave Corey. I got my daughter on deck. Madeline in the building.
Lean over a little bit.
Yeah. This used to be Daddy's theme song. I'll tell you about that later. Hey, TG the host in the building, man. My guy, appreciate you. Can't wait to see you to wrap this up. And then, hey, basketball season will be out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a little break with my kids on school, and then we're right back to it.
Yep. Hit the road. All right. You got some tea tonight, or you don't need no tea?
I got my water. I got my wife. Speaking of my wife, I stole one of her eternal water bottles. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that work out for you.
We're gonna make it right. Nobody be brewing tea for real in the summer, man. You gotta do that at home.
Okay, I got you. With that being said, Lindsay, I was with SPS Live to you from SPS Row. We'll see you in a minute. Peace.